What are they doing?
Timmy, they got the end of you talking about watching the news there and keeping up with the Dodgers and the what are they doing? I think it was such a fitting start to the broadcast today. You're muted.
You're muted, Tim. Damn.
Dude, no, it's because it said I wasn't. Whatever.
There you go.
Yes, how you know we've been gone for a minute. It's been too long.
It's exactly what I was gonna say. How's it going, boys? It's been a minute. I think.
Yeah, it's been going okay. It's a stressful time of year, but we're looking forward to a nice little break come this holiday season, and hopefully everyone listening is looking forward to that break as well. So, just putting our heads down and grinding out these next few weeks and get a nice little break.
Timmy, how you doing?
Good, man. I woke up happy as a motherfucker today. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was so happy when I woke up, but we'll get to that a little bit later. But I was in a good mood all day today.
Yeah, today was a good day. It's been a minute. I think everybody was in a place there at the end of the Galaxy season to kind of just let it air and let it die, and we take a good long think before we come back and do one of these podcasts. And obviously, we're not gone, but we're thinking about ways on. I mean, this will be continuing forward. This will be our third season doing this.
Dang, dude.
Our next episode would be the 50th episode. So I think we should think about that. And it's the off season. The end of the Galaxy season there got crazy, and I don't know if anybody was having a good time until the very end. So it was good to take a minute and to think about things. And I'm saying a whole lot of nothing, but I think it would be good at least to just give the season a post-mortem, since we haven't talked about it, and we haven't been around. Take on the end of the season. Mind you, we were doing horribly. Then we did get into the playoffs, and then it was what it was. But what do you think, Mike?
I don't know, man. I mean, I'm sort of okay to just throw my hands up in the air and just be like, it is what it was. It's a very big shoulder shrug, and with what happened against LAFC, it is the most way for us to get bounced. It looked promising, and we played, I'd say, a pretty good game. I'd say that was probably one of the better games we had played in the entirety of last season. I don't know, but tail of the tape, the Galaxy can't hold on to a lead, and we suffer at the hands of our rivals, who are now the reigning MLS Cup champions. So that's where I'm at. I mean, it's very us to do.
It was a very us thing, I'll go after Timmy goes, but I have thoughts about that. Timmy, just thoughts on last season now that we're like a month away from the end of it. Thoughts to tie that up?
I mean, it was really rough, but towards the end, I had a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, like Mike said, I'm still grieving from that from the LAFC loss. That I don't know. It's not as bad as the one in 2019.
Not at all.
Definitely, it definitely stung because we got hope again. Because Jovic scored an amazing, once in a lifetime goal that will ever happen to us, and then to get blown out of the playoffs because of a defensive error, which is, like you guys said, the most Galaxy way to get out of the playoffs. and it hurt. Like when I left the watch party, I was numb,
Yeah,
literally numb. I didn't. I Yeah, it was bad.
that's a good way to put it. I got up out of my seat and I was there and I'm not going over there anymore. Like for a while I felt like, oh, I've been to all of them, so like I wanted to keep it going. And then after that last one, it's like, you know what, whatever. But it was a positive experience. We lost and I got up and everyone, all of them around me, because I wasn't sitting with the supporters, were like, hey, good game, good game. And that was the only time I've been there like and gotten dapped up like that. A little bit of shit talking, but like they knew they got lucky on that play. Like that game could have gone either way. I honestly was okay. I was like, whatever. And then walking down the street, people were like, oh, I'm like, yeah, you won. Like, why are you worried about me? Go celebrate your win. Like, do you?
It's
I,
Big Brother syndrome, man. It's like, what do you do? They
I,
finally pulled one over us. Like, okay.
I was like, whatever, dude. All right, fine. And then I took a break for a while. And then lo and behold, last week it's a good way to switch over. I think the reckoning, we had the reckoning, like what you said, Mike and Tim, like the reason we lost that game is the reason we've lost other games all season long. There was like no depth, none of the bench was impactful except Aeon, and like Sega fell asleep and made a stupid, or not even fell asleep, he just like panicked, right, and like gave them the corner, and that was enough to like lose the game.
That's all it takes.
Whatever. But more significantly, we find out that the Galaxy are some cheating bastards, and
He's
not
notorious.
not even good at it. I really respect what Josh at COG said. He's like, call these motherfuckers cheaters, because they are. Like, you have to wear that. You can't do all the shit and the since '96 and the like all the stuff we do to LAFC and then fucking cheated and still lost. Like, you gotta wear that badge. You know what I mean? Like, do you have thoughts about that?
Unbelievable.
It's the worst Galaxy timeline we're living in. I don't know how we got to this point. I'm gonna segue. If you're gonna cheat, be good, and if you're gonna cheat and win, like the Houston Astros in 2017. Because you know what? As much as I hate them, did they win? Yeah. Like how stupid does that look? That we go out and we cheat and we violate the fair play. Yeah. Fuck him. He's done. If you can't read it, Count's holding up a sign that says Chris Klein. I've had it. Hopefully he steps down, but I'm just like,
I
dude,
hope so.
I just don't get it, man. Like, how do we cheat and still lose?
I know. So Josh also brought up a good point. We're like copying his homework at this point, but Josh was like, the thing Chris Klein could say over this time period was like, oh, in 5 years we made the playoffs twice. You made the playoffs once because the other time you cheated. Like, you know what I mean? So like that, I think that Josh had a good point with that, and I'm excited to hear like the other pods kind of pick this topic up. I haven't really heard anyone else's take other than Josh's, and we'll give our takes in a minute. But it's interesting. Timmy, what do you think about this cheating thing?
That was so disappointing. I didn't like for a day. I was like, I'm not even gonna put on any Galaxy merch on. I'm not gonna rock them. Like I was literally boycotting them for a day. And you guys know I wear Galaxy stuff like every single
That's
day.
your wardrobe, Tim.
Yeah, dude. And I was just so disappointed. Like I make fun of other teams for cheating, but never did I think my club would be a victim of something like this. And for that to happen to us and to still lose, dude. Not just that, we lost.
Well, I think the fans are the victims here, right? Like the club perpetrated some stanky ass cheating, and like now it stinks, and like you have to like, I don't know, like I don't know. You know how many times in the last week, Tim, I'm like because I grab my Galaxy jacket every time I go to like leave the house, right? I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it, and like I'm having to work through that. Like I didn't want to wear it. I didn't want to wear my jacket to school today and have the kids be like, "Oh, fucking cheater," because they would, and we deserve it.
And get ready for every away game that we play this year to be on the receiving end of cheat chants and booing chants, because we will be faced by every team and every game we are on the road to a very cold reception. And with being the pinnacle of MLS soccer and being the poster team for the MLS since the league has started, and it's unfortunate to say that I do not think after this we are that team anymore. We got hit with cheating allegations and we lost to the people across town.
We're bad. Like,
We
we're
are
in bad
in a
shape.
bad situation here at the Galaxy. There is nothing we can do as fans than accept it, and it sucks because we'll get the blunt end of the stick here, but they perpetuated cheating, and we got up a creek without a paddle, and we lost. Like, we don't even have anything to show for it. I'd rather get the asterisk joke than the "oh, you cheated and lost" joke.
Well, Josh was saying too, like, thank God we didn't win, because I don't know if I want the asterisk. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'd gladly take it. The fuck?
I don't know. It's so bad. It's so bad. I just don't know. Like, I don't know. Timmy?
I don't know either. I can't support cheating like at all. Like zero. I mean, it would have been cool to win it, but it wouldn't have felt right. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just fucked up. Fuck Chris Klein too, by the way. Fuck him.
Yes. So let's talk about that. The penalties are, I had them here pulled up. It is $1 million in general allocation money. So meaning money, so targeted is for buying down player salary, right? Like, general allocation money is nice because of the fact that you can use it, I believe, however you need to in the cap. And you can't do that anymore. And it sounds like they're going to take it like over time. That's what Josh is saying. They fined the $1 million for the club. Okay, my bad. So it's $1 million fine for the club, $1 million of future general allocation money, and I think the most significant thing is prohibited from signing an international player in the summer window, meaning all of our moves have to be in the winter, because unless we're gonna go buy fucking Jordan Morris in the summer, like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't. You're not gonna be able to bring anybody who is looking to move now that the World Cup has passed. It's like we had been waiting for that transfer window, and we got popped on that transfer window and can't do anything. So we're looking at a potential like 5-year shakeout of however this works, depending on the winter window, which I think the picture has changed today. We'll talk about that. But and of course, all of this revolves around the payments that were not disclosed to the league to bring Christian Pavone. So Pavone. Well, that's what cost it. Mike?
Hey, man.
Pero hey.
But like, hey. I don't know, man. It's unfortunate, and this is the first domino of many that will get knocked down, and the club will have to operate in a manner that is accommodating of the penalties. And it's with what has happened today, which I'll let you get into, Tim, or Nels, because I'm not too familiar. I saw the headline, didn't get a chance to read into it, but I don't know, man. It's sad. Like, I don't know. I have this feeling of just like not caring. And it's interesting because you get put in this situation where we did bring in Pavone. Pavone was great. But was he that worth it to cheat for? And like,
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Hot take, I don't think so. He's great, but not for all that.
Not for all that.
Timmy?
Maybe it's because, man, I really liked Pavone. I'm not gonna lie. He kind of like was the booster for us when we didn't really have like a creative going forward. He was another goal threat besides Zlatan that season. But would you say if it was worth cheating? Probably not. But man, I'm a little biased because I really liked him. I liked him a lot.
Let me ask you another question. And this was a Twitter poll that I thought was interesting.
Oh, damn.
Do you think getting caught cheating is worth removing Chris Klein? Oh, yeah, because that's the other thing. My bad. Chris Klein has been suspended until May, and Vanny has been made sporting director, which Jovan Karofsky, if I'm not mistaken, was sporting director, technical director, whatever. He was like a player, and no one has mentioned Jovan at all. in this, right? But DTK was slammed pretty hard. He has to apply for a special permission if he wants to come back into the league. And obviously Chris got suspended. Was it worth it then to get rid of El Kleincito?
Yes, 100%.
I think so.
I told
Isn't that
you know what?
shitty though?
Yes, but it's so crazy. I mean, if you think about it, it was the only way. Because think if none of that happened, and like he could have gone through another like 3 years of us not making playoffs again, and then it was just unfortunate it had to happen like this. And yeah, I mean, I guess I'm like 50-50 about it because like yes, I love Pavone, but yes, I wanted Chris Klein gone, but it's 50-50 for me.
I don't know. It goes back to like had we won something, but that like complicates. That's a whole other thing.
We are literally in the end game. You got
is the worst
end of
timeline.
Infinity War. We are literally at the end of Infinity War right now. We're about to head into the end game.
Yeah, and like now we're like I feel like Greg Vanny is like Captain America in that scene. He's like, "Fuck, what are we gonna do?" And we're waiting for the windows to open up like behind him to see who comes out. A window popped open, and Cabral got ejected ass out though. So instead of getting somebody in, Cabral is gone. Before we move on to there, Mike, I want to give you an opportunity.
About on the Klein situation.
Oh yeah, the reckoning. Sorry.
You know what, man? Only in Los Angeles would this situation be possible. Only something like this would happen at the Galaxy because we just find a way to fuck things to the highest extent, to the highest power. We fuck ourselves so good that I'd say we fuck ourselves better than the people we play week in and week out. And you know what? If this is what it took for Chris Klein to get the fuck out the door, then fine.
So be it, right?
Step in the right direction.
But isn't that crazy that like the fans are welcoming a cheating scandal so that the club president gets removed? Like the level to, and Mike, I think you are spot on. Like all that banner shit, all the since '96 shit, the 5 MLS Cup shit, like it's one because LAFC won finally, and that was the one thing we needed to avoid. We needed to win again before they won. Now we cannot say shit to them, right? I get it. Win 4 more times, like for sure.
But that's not the point.
That's not the point. We can't say shit to them, right?
They're the and we're on the Galaxy podcast, and I don't want to say it because I will get backlash from the few of you that are watching. But we are no longer the face of Los Angeles soccer. We are so right now at this moment in time, right now. But the history doesn't matter. History doesn't matter right now. What matters? Not anymore. Not anymore. We are so behind the curve in every aspect of this organization when it comes to finding a talent, when it comes to having an ownership that is willing to spend money but spend it in the right ways. It's like, what do we do? What do we do? LAFC has done all of it in 2-3 years and has gone far in the playoffs. Granted, their record-breaking season, or whenever they had their record-breaking season, they lost. Big fucking what? But look, they had a record-breaking season, knocked us out of playoffs, and won an MLS Cup. They've done everything they've set out to do.
I'm waiting for them to get popped too, though, because the way they brought all these fucking people in, I call shenanigans too. But it is what it is. Just so you know, we have a bearded friend on Twitter that has blocked us. Do you know who we're talking about? Our bearded friend, Timmy?
Mm-hmm.
He just tweeted, Colorado Rapids owner and AG are both in Denver, both at whatever. He's we got rewarded apparently for cheating by getting rid of Kevin Cabral. That's great. That's great conspiracy. Guy that loves to like shit on our merit, but there we go. Fake news. Anyways, whatever. I thought I would bring that up because I'm looking. And I'm looking for a meme, but I can't find it. But it was a nice little meme of Greg Vanny cooking up in the kitchen, and I say, let Greg cook. Timmy, what do you think?
I mean, he's all we got now. He's all we got. He's our general manager. I mean, we have to at this
Sporting
point.
director,
Sporting director,
president.
president,
You
technical
know,
director, literally.
you
He
know.
literally, when he came, he had nothing.
Yeah.
So at this point, we might as well, even though people may not like him, people are against the way he does his coaching, and people are super against his substitutions late in games, which has lost us a couple games. I will agree with that. But at this point in time, we just have to let him do what he does. We have to, and it's what it is, you know. I mean, granted, he's making the good moves. So I'm assuming it's him making these moves, letting Cabral go, letting Victor Vasquez go, letting Cameron Dunbar go was kind of like very disrespectful in my opinion. A homegrown
Yeah, Kevin
kid who
Dunbar.
was very very promising in my opinion, and he did very well in an El Trafico. I'll never forget that one. And just letting him go for what, like 120K in
For
GAM, I believe
nothing.
it was.
Nothing. Yeah, get him off
We
the book.
Yeah,
we, we
literally,
we let him go for him to score a goal against us next year to take away 3 points.
literally, it's gonna happen. It always happens. I mean, look at Zardes, look at
Where
everyone
did
else
he
at the
go?
Galaxy.
He went to
Minnesota.
He
Minnesota.
went to
Yeah,
Minnesota,
yeah,
who we always lose to, by the way. Now,
yeah. Let's talk about El Cabralcito. He got traded to. This is funny. If you are going to do a conspiracy theory, the person I'm referencing on Twitter says domino effect. MLS finds Galaxy 1 million in GAM. Galaxy shipped Cabral within the league. They recoup 1 million in GAM and open a DP spot. The league is favorite. Hey, you know what? Haters gonna hate. Don't hate the player, hate the game. But Cabral is shipped off to Colorado for $1 million. He cost us almost $6 million, and apparently we're paying 50% of his salary. Christian Miles is reporting on Twitter that that's something like $825,000 a year just to have him off the books. And I lost my train of thought. Yeah, okay, 100 million GAM. We get the DP spot back. We have to pay, but we also get a percentage of the future sale, apparently. And there's been 2 reactions to this. Fuck, Kevin's going to light up and score against us next year in Colorado. Colorado be beating us all the time. Or he's just going to die on the bench there too. But it was an interesting, there's been a lot of interesting takes. People are like, he'll do really good in Colorado where defenders are tired at altitude, and he's good for a breakaway or two. He is, right? It's just that
he's good for a breakaway. He's not good for putting the ball in the net.
nope.
Shit don't matter.
What do you think about the Cabral to Denver? Let's start Timmy first, and then we'll finish with
So happy. Oh my god. When I look, this before I went to work, I was like, okay, let me check my phone real quick. I opened Instagram. That was the first thing I saw. Tom Boget reporting Kevin Cabral traded to Colorado Rapids for $1 million in GAM. And when I tell you, I threw my phone and I just started celebrating, dude. I was so happy. I'm happy that he was a G. He'll always be a G. But man, I have never been so frustrated with a player. I've never talked crap to a player pretty much on the field. Never in my life until it was him. Granted, he was young and all that, but dude, come on. But
yeah, it's pretty bad.
But yeah, it was. I was happy. I started my day off great. I'm not gonna lie. I'm happy. Hopefully he does well in Colorado. Maybe the coach over there can unlock something that we couldn't. Greg Vanny couldn't do, even though it's Greg Vanny's guy, which is crazy, right?
Yeah, they were teammates.
His guy. That's a whole other discussion there. But
some people are like, they did us a favor, straight up. They just took him.
Yes, because it was either him or Costa that had to go. I mean, it would have been nice. It would have been nice if both of them were gone. But I mean, we get more on the table with Costa than we could have with Cabral. But I mean,
the trade, because we traded Kevin, we can still use our 1 buyout per season, and some people are expecting Costa to be bought out. Mikey, what do you think? That was gonna be your guy for a minute, man. It just didn't work out.
Yeah, let's turn back the clock. We first started this podcast about 2 years ago now, right?
Yeah.
2 years, almost 2 years and some change. We started this podcast, and we were doing this podcast right around the time Kevin Cabral got signed to the Los Angeles Galaxy. And you couldn't convince me that this kid was going to be something special, but boy, was I fucking wrong. I'd like to come out with my hands up and apologize to everyone that I promised. I was wrong.
The only time Michael's been wrong, by
And
the way. I just want to put that
I
out.
gotta get a
I
sound
would
on here
love
that's like
to
fraud alert. Sorry, Mike, go ahead. Oh, he froze. Oh, damn. Okay, well, he'll come back. He'll figure that out. Oh, there he froze up. Well, finish your thought.
Okay. Yeah, we froze up, but we're back. I'd like to read out some names to me that are very important that I know these people are going through a very tough time. They're people that I associate myself with in the Galaxy Twitter world, but at Class Trends, and at Cabral's Son Part 3. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm in your guys' corner right now. I'm more affected than this by anything because I had the same thought. I'm like, this kid is gonna fucking turn it around. But you know what, guys? Just like my many sports predictions and many bets that I place on players, I was wrong. And we can now have a running tally of Mike's predictions for who's gonna pop and who's gonna flop at the Galaxy. And I think this is another flop. So that's I wish he found success. I wish him the best of luck in Colorado. But yeah, man, I was wrong.
Man. Okay, so people are starting to speculate like what happens to the DP spot. We get somebody. It's obviously not going to be Ronaldo. He's moving to a Saudi club. I'm having complicated feelings about Ronaldo these days based on his behavior and having been a fan of his for a long time. Probably better he doesn't show up here. We've seen how that's worked out in the past, right, with Zlatan. Some people are thinking, I think maybe they give the DP spot to Ricky because it still satisfies the young DP thing, and we can keep like the Julian and the Dejan and what happens to Efra, we'll see. But the ability to have that caliber player under the roster with special rules and not take up cap space because you have a young DP, I think it makes sense to make Ricky the DP. However, what happens with Costa, and considering that we need to make a massive DP signing in the winter because it's not going to happen in the summer because we can't. What do you think happens to it, Mike?
To Costa?
To the DP spot.
To the DP spot? I mean, I feel like you were onto something when mentioning that we should just give it to Ricky, because here's the thing with all the financial implications that we could be faced with due to our poorly ran club and our misconduct, that I think it would be great to just not outsource anyone. Don't go looking in places that need to be looked at. Like don't go looking for trouble in the wrong places. Let's tie Ricky down.
Yeah.
Let's have him play here and let's just have him be our guy. I think that would be great. I think that would be the best case. And I think it is the safest play we can make right now as the Galaxy. There's no need to go look out and try and find someone else. And because here's the thing, the club doesn't have to impress us anymore because we fucking suck. Like we are beyond the point of the Galaxy having to do some really performative shit, being like, oh, we found some fucking no-name kid from Brazil and we're gonna give him this big DP contract. Let's just give it to Ricky. Ricky played well. Let's cut the bullshit and let's just operate like
a football club.
Like a football club. Let's make it make sense. Make it make sense.
Jimmy, what do you think you do with the DP?
I like giving. I would love to give it to Ricky. I mean, he's earned it. I mean, look at the impact he did in just 3 months.
Yeah,
he made it into playoffs. Had a home playoff advantage, by the way, which we haven't had since 2016, I believe.
Yep, I'm following Josh's directions when people say playoff appearances. Our only legitimate playoff experience came on the back of Ricky this past season in the past. However, yeah, sorry, but go ahead.
Yep, I mean, he deserves it. But, I mean, if we can bring in someone who I thought was interesting, I believe his name was, it's the winger that was linked to us a couple months ago back when we were, linked to a whole bunch of players back in the summer. I forgot his name. He played for Real Sociedad. He's, I don't know, I think he's Belgium. Michael was, a fan of him, but I forgot his name.
Are you talking about...
Januzaj.
Is that him? It starts with a T, right? But it's pronounced differently?
No.
Januzaj or whatever. No?
He was talking about... I think he's a holding midfielder at... Or is he a midfielder at Dortmund?
No, he's a winger. He was a winger.
Huh.
Belgian winger.
Hmm.
I
I don't know.
saw Elegazzi Central posted on his story, and I was like, oh, that'd actually be an interesting pickup
Huh.
because he's played European football. I mean he's
Yeah,
getting old in age, but
yeah.
quality. I think he's still quality.
Adnan Januzaj.
Yes, that. And you guys were saying that like he's still quality and he could probably like tear it up in MLS. But I mean, I'm cool with both ways. If Ricky's able to get it, or if we're able to get someone world class or unknown that can still play really good ball, I mean, I'm open to anything. To be honest, we have so many unlimited options now with the DP spot open, and it would
Yeah.
be very nice if we could have two open. Hopefully, we use that general allocation money well.
Well, they're
Because
gonna take it, right? They might
mm,
take it. So that's the thing.
Oh, I
true.
also just checked transfer market, but yeah, it was Adnan Januzaj. He's 27 years old. He just left Real Sociedad and he made a big jump to Sevilla in Spain for free.
Oh wow.
Crazy,
But
crazy
but
stuff.
yeah,
Crazy stuff.
but yeah, and you know what's also so crazy? This is kind of off topic, but like also like the Saudi Arabian players are getting linked to like top clubs now ever since they
Yeah,
beat like Argentina and like the
yeah.
Iranian players as well. It's like it's all crazy. Like the options now are unlimited for us. We just have to utilize them well, and hopefully with Greg Vanny now like in charge of everything, basically him being general manager, technical director, and all that. Hopefully he makes the right decisions, and the possibilities are endless.
Do we think it's too much pressure for Greg?
No, I don't think so,
I
and
don't
I'll
think
tell you
so.
why. Because I think if you're Greg and you've been the GM in Toronto, you've been head coach, like you've been around, you're young, you're successful. He's won a cup. Like he's won a cup as a player and a coach. I think you start moving towards like admin, right? It's like I think this could be like a feather in his cap. If
Mm-hmm.
he's looking to like maybe become the president of a club someday. Some people were like, "Oh my God, make Vanny president, make Berhalter the coach," and I was like, "Oh no,
Whoa,
no, we need to like not have it be the Friends Club
no,
anymore."
Yeah,
You know what I
no.
mean? But what I thought was interesting, it would raise eyebrows because he is in the Friends Club. But Todd Donovan has been very successful at Sacramento, and it would make sense to like bring Donovan as a president in training kind of thing. It advances the boys club thing again. I don't know if you want to do that, but considering Garth Lagerwey, the Seattle president, is on his way to Atlanta, that would have been like the money signing. I don't know who's ready available to be. I don't know how. You know what I mean? Like I don't know who you would get. Uh, but it's fascinating. I think it's a lot of pressure, but it kind of makes sense to me for Greg. Do you think it's too much pressure?
No, I
Mm,
don't think so. I mean, I feel like there is no pressure right now. This is probably the least amount of pressure this club has faced outside of the news that broke not too long ago with the cheating allegation stuff. But like, we have nothing to prove. We have
Right?
nothing to prove. So it's like, let's just isolate ourselves in our own little bubble. Let's separate ourselves from the people across town, and let's just get back to playing football. Let's get back to playing good football. Let's get back to operating in a way that is transparent with the fans because that is something we deserve. And then once again, with this cheating scandal, once again, we have been slapped in the face. So I think that with the fans taking a step back, us kind of being in shambles, and Chris Klein's future sort of hanging in the balance, like I feel like this is the most opportune time for Greg to just sort of grab the club by the balls and just run it.
Scouting, sports science department, some kind of clean house. There has to be like an update. Our club is outdated as fuck. Like
Mm-hmm.
there has to be. I hope he says, you know what, we're gonna do the department. We're gonna do the scouting network. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. That's my hope, but I don't know. Timmy, what are you thinking? Do you have any hot takes for us there, Tim? Hot takes?
hmm.
They report to training camp in less than a month.
That's also true. I mean, the hot takes will honestly. I know we haven't really talked about it much, but it was a really hot topic for a good couple months. But Chicharito coming back after a DP incentive was like triggered. I think that was absolutely insane. I mean, don't get me wrong, he did turn it up towards the end of the season thanks to Ricky. Ricky was able to provide for him and set up all these chances. But like, I mean, do we really need him to like come back? I mean, we were blessed. Like, he wasn't hurt at all this season. He played a full season without getting hurt, which is very important, by the way. I brought it
He
up
did
in one
he
of the
did
missed clips.
well.
He did really well, and I just don't know if he can do it again. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are gonna agree with me, but like, I'm just not sure if he can do it again. I mean, I I would have loved for him to like not come back. I mean, I'm happy he's coming back, but then again, I wouldn't have minded if he like left as well. But like, I don't know. I'm not on the Chicharito train coming into the season because like he left. It kind of left a bad taste in my mouth after the El Tráfico and then like the Miss Panenka, by the way, which we haven't talked about either.
Oh yeah.
That was fucking atrocious, by the way. So far, not I wasn't really impressed with that, but I'm just saying we didn't really need Chicharito. I mean, why not give our boy, our Serbian killer, the Pistolero, you know what time it is, guy, our boy right here. Why don't we give him some playing
Oh
time?
shit! I didn't notice. Where'd you get that? That's amazing.
Someone made it for me on Twitter. I forgot her name,
Timmy's
but
wearing
I'll
a
be sure to
dance.
tag her.
Yeah.
But she custom made it for me, and I was like, wow, like this is pretty sick. She
That's
was like
awesome,
selling them
dude. I
too,
didn't even
I
check
didn't
it
even
out.
notice that.
right? Yeah, I rock it like all the time when I go out and stuff.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's
But
awesome.
but yeah, I mean, why not give Dayon a chance? Like he can do it on the big stage. He can do it. You know, he did it in color. Did he score? Who did he score against in an away game? I'm like completely like forgetting right now. But it was his first away goal in like a couple
Oh,
months. I remember.
Nashville. That was the no. I think that was at home. I don't know, dude. He's done that. He's done that all season. He's been
Yes, and
the
he's
lethal
shown
guy.
us, and he told Greg like, this is why I deserve more minutes. I deserve more playing time, and he does. I mean, granted that we give him the starting time when he doesn't produce like he usually does off the bench, but I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, I personally still think he deserves it. I think he's going to be a more mature. I mean, for those of us that have been like paying attention to him, like his Instagram stories and stuff, he's been working this off season. He's been in the gym, doing drills. I've seen. He's been weightlifting. He's been doing all these things to keep himself in shape for the off season. And then when did you say they reported training camp in like a month? You said, right?
Yep.
Count. I
Yep.
think he's gonna be ready, dude. I hope he tears it apart this season because I want him to be the starting striker. If we can't get Cristiano Ronaldo, I mean, why can't Dayon start? But yeah, that's my hot take. That's my hot take.
Mike, hot take.
Hot take. I'll make an early prediction for the season. Hot take.
Oh shit.
The Galaxy actually plays soccer.
Okay.
The Galaxy actually plays soccer like a team. Because we're definitely a soccer team of all time.
Yeah.
We're definitely not the greatest, and we're definitely not the worst, but we're one of the soccer teams of all time. So my bold prediction for this upcoming season, in the Galaxy are gonna play fucking soccer, and they're gonna play it great.
I hope so. And just be like, I mean, the crazy part is they had momentum at the end of the season. Yeah. We have a core of a team we haven't had in a long time. And I think that's why ultimately when we lost, I was like, whatever. It's like, okay, so the rebuilding that we've been doing for 17 years, like we've rebuilt now, and it's about filling that out now, but you have to do it all in the winter. And I just don't know. I don't know. Even LAFC won because of anybody who's won a chip in the last 5 or 6 years has won, even when we last won, has been on the back of those summer transfers, and they're so important. But we'll see. That was another G30, boys. I don't know if we'll have anything to get into before the end of the year here, but we will be here reacting to the crazy shit that comes out in the coming weeks, and we'll definitely be rethinking some things and figuring out how to retool and start with a fresh new season for you in January. Cool?
Yeah.
All right. Mike, where can they find you?
Great having me back, guys. Great to be here with you guys once again. The holiday time's always a great time of year, and it's always an even better time when the Galaxy got fucked out of some more shit we deserve. That being said, you can come check me out on Twitter at CFC Michael, and if you'd like to check me out on Instagram, it's Michael CFC. Thank you guys for your time. Good seeing you. Don't be afraid to DM me. The kids miss you. Come home.
Timmy.
Well, my Twitter is down below, same as always. My Instagram is SpicyTaco18, and I'm just happy to be back. Talk my shit again with my guys. It's been a minute. Just happy to be back, and I can't wait for the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, good last point.
Shit, we didn't talk about it. Yeah, that's the first game against LAFC. God damn! If
Right.
this shit
I know. I'm sorry I
if
had to
this-
remind you guys.
If
But
this shit isn't scripted.
yes, it's all rigged.
I'm Count Chalk 786. Lovely to be back. We'll figure it out, and we'll be here at the start of the fresh new season sooner if crazy stuff happens, and I'm sure it will. It has been another G30 podcast. We'll see you all later. Peace.